Hey everybody, Kyle Sexton here for Upgrade Growth. Hope you're having a great day. Today is going to be a storyteller day. This is a new segment that I'm trying here and want your feedback, of course. And as always, like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate all of your help in that. Sitting in the park and reminiscing, remembering a time that my wife and I took just one of the most bumpy airplane rides that we have ever been on. It all started with a deep feeling of anxiety. We were walking through the airport and I could just tell something was wrong, something was off. And as we were boarding the plane, I'm thinking, this airline carrier has never had a plane accident. Why do I have to be the person that's on it? Now, you might think that should have told me that I shouldn't get on the plane. Yet, not heeding that inner voice, I continued to get on board. My wife and I sat down. We taxi out to the runway. And as the airplane begins to move forward and the throttle really gets engaged, the plane begins to shudder and shake. And these orange-colored kind of electrical-looking lightning bolts go down the fuselage. We do manage to take off, but not very long after taking off, we just settle into a holding pattern, flatten out, and begin to fly circles around the area. Of course, the airplane is completely silent. There is not a word being spoken anywhere. And I am on the aisle seat. My wife is in the center seat, and we have another passenger, a young lady that we didn't know, sitting in the window. We're behind the wing on the right side of the plane, and she leans over and begins to video record and just nonchalantly looks at us and goes, "Oh, the engine's on fire." Well, as you can imagine, we are going through every emotion known to mankind, and we sit in this plane what feels like for a small eternity, wondering what is going to happen. Are we going to try to reland, or are we going to continue on our trip? What is going to take place? And so it didn't seem like it was a short time at all, but after a while, the pilot comes on and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we have experienced some engine difficulties, and we are in a circling pattern above the area, waiting for permission to land our plane, and we will be descending and landing here in just a few moments." And everybody in the plane still completely silent, just sitting on their edge of their seats. Okay, what has happened? How bad is it? Are we going to safely get to the ground? What's going to transpire? I don't know. The nerves are just over the top. And I hear this lady that's sitting about 5 rows up in front of us on the aisle seat on the opposite side lean over, and in a voice that carries through the whole plane, which was, of course, completely silent, she goes, "What's happening? Why are we landing?" And I thought, how oblivious can you be? I mean, the plane was shuddering and shaking. Nothing was going right, and yet she was just completely clueless inside of that moment. It's a fun story. It is actually a true story, and there's more to that story. But it just always makes me reflect upon how in speaking, how in leadership, and in different events, we can be clueless, absolutely clueless as to what is going on around us. And one of the things that happens, especially when we're speaking, is that we can get so wrapped up in the delivery of our content, the message that we are looking to share, that we forget to connect with the people that we're sharing with. The expression has been said in speaking training here and there that content is king. And let me tell you from experience, content is very important, but connection is king. Content is very important, but connection is king. It goes along with that old saying that many have said, John Maxwell, I know, has highlighted it, that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that connection element is crucial inside of every speaking engagement. And stories are a powerful way of doing that. And so I wanted to try a story for you today. Have you had an experience like this? What is the worst flight experience of your life? We did obviously make it safely to the ground, and I had an immense sense of peace as we arrived on the ground that flooded over my body. Maybe in your speaking, you feel that same way. You get up and things feel so turbulent while you're in the speaking process, and then you get back down and you're like, oh, I am so glad that's over. Here's a suggestion for you. Take a look at the way you're connecting, because a lot of times, if your connection is strong with the people you're speaking to, then this space feels so much more safe, and the sense of security, it rises much higher than that plane ever did. Hope you're having a great day. Please like and subscribe and send this out. I appreciate it. As always, have a great rest of this day, and I'll be back with you later.